Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So I'm here with my fall favorites video. I try to do a favorites every season and just share the products and, books, TV shows, music, all of those sort of things that I've been loving lately. So I'll get started. I'll start off with makeup items, and I have quite a few makeup items for this month. I don't always have a ton of makeup, but there's a lot of stuff I've been loving recently. So I'll start off with a lip product. This is from Fresh. It's the Sugar Lip Treatment in the shade Honey. And I love these. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you probably know that I really like these. They're just super hydrating. I like how they give a little bit of a tint. They're just super easy to wear. They have SPF as well. And I think of all the shades, they have a lot of really pretty shades, but I think this is my favorite. And I've really been loving it lately. So I have a swatch of it on my hand. So you can see it just gives a little bit of a tint, but it's just super easy to wear and I really love it. So that's my first favorite. And then I have kind of what I've been wearing for like my foundation, which is the Dr. Jart Premium Beauty Balm. I really love this stuff. It is really nice. It's super easy as well. I wear this mainly like throughout the week because it's just easy to apply. It gives a good amount of coverage but not super high coverage. It's just like for just a quick like makeup routine in the morning, this is great. And the shade range of this is limited, but I find that it blends pretty well. So even though the shade isn't exactly right, it's a little dark for me, I find that it actually works out pretty well. So I'll do a little swatch of this as well. A little bit, but it's in the shade my light medium. I think they have like two different shades, so that's what it looks like. So it blends out and works pretty well for me. So I do really like this, and I love the like feeling of it and the formula of it as well. So it's definitely been a recent favorite. Next I have a blush, and it's what I'm wearing today. I think this blush is so pretty. I think it's my favorite of all my blushes. But this is Tarte Exposed. It's like the 12-hour Amazonian Clay blush. So that's what the outer packaging looks like, and then inside. And this is just a super pretty like nude blush. I just think it's great for every day, and I don't know, it's just super pretty. I love sort of warm toned makeup. I think it's super nice. And this works with like so many things. So I really love this blush. So definitely been a recent favorite. Then I have an eyeliner. This is an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This is in the shade Mushroom. And I will do a swatch of this as well. So there is Mushroom, and let me do a swatch of the Tarte blush. It doesn't swatch the best, but let's see, there's, it's swatched okay. So there's the Tarte blush. It applies better than it swatches. And then there's Mushroom. So with Mushroom, I love for this to wear it like under the lash line on the bottom, just to kind of give sort of a smudgy look. It's super pretty for that. So I've really been loving this lately. And it has a little bit of shimmer. It's not matte, so it's just super pretty, but not like super dramatic. It's like an easy way to do like a liner on the bottom lash line. So I really love that. And then my next two makeup items are both mascaras. So this one is Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes, and I got this in a little lash stash set from Sephora, like one of the Sephora favorites kits. It came with 5 little mascara, like deluxe sizes, and like a gift card or a voucher to get a full size of one of the mascaras. I think that's a great deal. They don't have it currently. They have their larger lash stash or like lash Sephora favorites kit that has like mascara now, but I think the little sets are great little values. So I've definitely been loving using this mascara. I find it works really well. It's not hard to use. Some mascaras have like scary brushes that are just hard to use, and you can like mess up your mascara really easily, but this is super easy to use. It's volumizing and lengthening. It's just what I really like in a mascara. So that's what the brush looks like. Nothing special, but again, I kind of prefer that. So I've really been enjoying this mascara. And then the other mascara that I've been loving, and I kind of layer these together. Like on an everyday basis, I just use the Tarte, but if I have a little more time, I will layer it with the CoverGirl one. So this is CoverGirl Supersizer. Now this on its own, I was starting to use this before I used the Tarte one, so I wasn't as crazy about this on its own, but ever since I've kind of used it as a layering mascara, I've really grown to like it. So this is what this brush looks like. Like, it is definitely the opposite of the Tarte one. It's like, there's like hardly any bristles, so it's kind of strange looking. But it's really great if you have, like, put a mascara down first. You can kind of run this through to sort of like separate out your lashes. And then what I use with this is any product that's left on the brush, I will use it for my bottom lashes. Like the little brush works great for bottom lashes. So I have been loving these two mascaras together. And I think I would definitely repurchase this one as I'm using my little lash stash. I think this would be a great sort of supplemental mascara to that. So definitely been loving that. So those are my makeup favorites. The next favorite I want to talk about is a perfume favorite, and I just have a little sample of it, or a little small size of it. But this is one of the Aerin perfumes, which I've been loving this year, and this is in the scent Ikat Jasmine. And earlier in the year, I did like a perfume challenge where I used a little different perfume sample a day, and I really grew to love this. Now this is not fall scent at all. It's definitely more like spring, summer, but I've just really been loving it lately, and I asked for like a full size of this for Christmas, so I definitely can't wait for that. But it's just a super good jasmine scent. Like, it's just pretty much like straight up jasmine. It's not, I mean, there's other notes in it, but the jasmine isn't jasmine plus something else. It's just very jasmine, but it's not like super overpowering, which some jasmine scents can be. I think it's just great for like every day. It's like light, but still, I don't know. I just really been enjoying it. So that's definitely been a favorite. And then I have a body care item. This is from the Body Shop. It's their Satsuma body butter. And this has been super nice. So this, like, you can see that I've been using it, but like the Body Shop body butters are really nice. They have kind of the different scents have different formulas. They have ones that are better for like drier skin, normal skin. This one's for normal to dry skin, but there's just some really nice formulas, and they also have some really nice scents. Now they're heavily scented, so if you don't like super scented products, you might not like this. I guess their scents, some of them are less heavily scented than the others. This was definitely more heavily scented, and sometimes this will like compete with the candles. If I put this on at night and like I'm burning a candle, it's like sometimes so strong I can't even smell my candles. And I'm burning like fall candles right now that are really heavily scented, so this can be pretty strong, but it is a very beautiful like citrus scent, so I really have been enjoying this. So that has definitely been a recent favorite. And then I mentioned candles. Of course, my fall candles have been a favorite. I love every fall I go to Bath & Body Works, pick up some of their 3-wick fall candles, and it's just so nice to burn candles when it's starting to get colder. So my current candle that I'm burning is Sweater Weather. I just started burning this one, so I don't have a ton of progress on it yet, but I think of all the fall candles, Sweater Weather is one of my favorites. Just so fresh, so I've definitely been enjoying this, but I just love the fall candles in general, but this is a particular favorite. And then I have a tea that I wanted to mention. So this is from First Edition Tea Company. It's a great Gatsby tea. It has lemon and lavender and green tea. So this I first saw online somewhere, and it's actually a little Etsy store. And I thought it was super interesting. Like, all their teas are based on like a different, I think they have teas based on different books. I feel like they also maybe have teas based on different cities. Actually, First Edition, probably all based on books. They might have like Jane Austen. I don't remember all the other ones, but I was actually in New York. This was last year, and I was at a store that was actually selling these, so I was able to pick one up in person. So I've really been enjoying this. It's just a loose leaf green tea. Like, I'm almost finished with it, but it's super nice. It has kind of like lemongrass. That's what I mainly get from it, is like a lemongrass green tea. It's just really nice. So I've definitely been enjoying this lately. And then next I have a book. So I used to read a lot more. I don't read as much as anymore. I'm trying, but a book I've been reading kind of over the last few months has been this book. It's called The Girls by Emma Cline. And I've really been enjoying it. I'm almost finished with it, but it's definitely been something I've been enjoying. Now, the subject matter of this is not, maybe not be for everyone. It's about kind of a fictionalized story of this young girl who kind of joins a cult, or I guess a cult. It's sort of like the Charles Manson like family cult. But it's actually really interesting because you kind of understand like what would kind of lead her into joining this sort of group. So even though the subject matter is kind of like depressing, it's actually a really fascinating book. So I've really been enjoying this. And then for music, of course, I've been listening to Taylor Swift's new album, Reputation. It just came out. It was Thursday, I think it came out, but I like pre-ordered the album, so I've kind of been listening as like singles have been being released, but definitely been loving that. But it's kind of a new favorite, but like a very recent favorite. And then of course I have TV shows that I've been loving. I always do. So of course I have to say Gilmore Girls. I've been watching a lot of that on Netflix. Like, I love Gilmore Girls. I'm rewatching it for I don't know how many times, but definitely love that. I think it's a very fall show. Like, something about it is super fall. So I love watching it in the fall time. So been definitely loving that lately. Some newer shows I've been watching. I'm watching the new season of This Is Us, which I really love as well. It's so good. And really been enjoying the second season of it. Some other shows, The Good Place I've been watching. So I watched the first season on Netflix kind of this summer, I think it was. And then I started watching the second season kind of as it was airing. But that is such a good show. I think I watched the first episode when it originally premiered last year, but I was sort of like, I don't know, it's good, but I don't know if I want to watch it. But I definitely recommend, if you haven't watched it, to watch the first season of it. Like, you definitely need to watch the first season. You can't kind of just come in to the second season. Like, it won't make any sense. Like, you need to watch the first season. But like, once you watch the first season, then you'll kind of be hooked. So definitely been loving that. And then another show also on NBC that I've been loving is Great News. It's a Tina Fey produced show. She did star in a few of the episodes, or like guest star in a few of the episodes, but it's about kind of like producers or like people that work for like a cable news show, and it's just super good. It's definitely sort of 30 Rock-esque. So I've definitely been loving that. And then another show that's back that I've been loving is Broad City on Comedy Central. I love that one as well. So those are kind of my recent TV favorites. And yeah, that's everything that I've been loving lately. Definitely let me know what you've been loving lately as well. And I'll talk to you guys soon.